your boy Sasuke the God, and my guy
Max the Ruler.
the ruler, the one and only ruler. You know, you the ruler, kind of like Galactus is the ruler, bro. He ruled everything, bro.
I like Galactus.
You don't like Galactus?
Can I get a Thanos?
Yeah, it's kind of pushing it. I give you, you know, what was the what's the other guy? The one and only. It's like a one God. It's the
one above all.
Yeah, I give you him.
That's higher than what I'm asking for.
I know, guys. And then today is our review of WandaVision, episode 666. Bro, I know, man. I watched this episode, man.
A lot happened.
I watched it like 3 times, bro.
Twice?
Yeah. Man, I know. I woke up. I'm like, it's time to watch WandaVision. It's already on. It's Friday night, you know. Well, it's Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Thursday night. I'm like, all right, it's time to check it out. Went there. Super excited, bro. Can't even lie. It's like, were you going into it hyped, or were you like, oh man, what am I gonna get from this episode?
I was confused at what we're gonna get, and I guess, just more curious. Like, how are they trying to approach this next? I didn't expect this era of the family sitcom to happen. That was like really weird to me. But I get it. You know, a lot of people like that. And so far as what happened in the episodes, I mean, yeah, like it answered a few questions for me. Still have a lot more. It's introduced a few more. You know, like a good show should.
Honestly, introduced a lot more to me. I was just like, what? Hold on, huh? How? You know, I was looking around like, who's... Like, you know, I was just crazy. Yeah. But let's get to the opening, bro. The opening, the Malcolm in the Middle type opening.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? You was a Malcolm in the Middle big fan.
Not really.
Not really?
Not really.
So you didn't listen to the song?
No.
What?
No, I thought it was fine.
Hold on, can you repeat the question? You wasn't a fan of Malcolm in the Middle?
No. I was going to do some research and figure out if anyone from Malcolm in the Middle played something in the MCU universe, but I did not do said research.
I don't think nobody did. I would think I would have knew the people. Like, I did watch Malcolm in the Middle, man. It was like some funny episodes of Malcolm in the Middle. Like, I remember this one episode when they had like these suits and it was like walking really fast, and he had like this banana looking suit on his dad. Wow. He's like, I knew he beat me. He like skipped. I was a little scared. It was hilarious. But the opening I thought was pretty badass. You didn't like the opening?
Yeah. You know, they're taking some brave choices on all these episodes and sort of their cold openings.
Okay.
So, I was happy about it.
Yeah, I can't lie. It blew me away. I was like, oh shit! Like, I thought we was gonna get like something like Family Matters next or something like that, or you know, Full House. Well, it kind of had the Full House ish.
I figured it'd be something more closer to like one of the like Disney sitcom shows. I can't think of one because I don't really watch those shows, but like Zack and Cody, I guess, comes to mind.
What about like Married with Children? Married with Children was big back in the days, or even MASH, something like that.
Yeah, I guess you could say already past that era.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be true.
That would have been in the previous opening, which they didn't do. They chose Family Matters, which kind of like. I don't know, Full House?
Full House, yeah. It was like
chose
Full House,
which kind of put all the ones that you're saying
in that boat. Okay, I get you. Well, now, on to this episode, man.
Yeah.
So, my favorite part about this whole episode was Quicksilver. Everything that I need to be answered or wanted to be answered is like Quicksilver, man. It has to do with, like, I love the beginning where it shows, like, the son's, like, talking to the camera and they're like, hey, yo, man, you know, Halloween is about this and this. And like, oh, this is giving me that Malcolm Middle feel right now. You know, and I'm looking at the son, and Wiccan is looking like him. He's dressed up with the headband. He got a little red cape on. I'm like, oh shit, like this is killing me, bro. So I'm like, I'm hopping on, like, and then you see what was his name? I forgot what his little brother, the superhero name is. I skip past it right now. It's gonna come to me in a minute, but he's up in there. And he's talking to me. He's like, Halloween is not about that being with family. It's about like candy and like scaring me. I'm like, bro, these are 2 different personalities. They twins. Like, these guys are totally different. Yeah. But then, as you know, you see him messing with their uncle. I'm like, man, this is a great scene to me.
And he was like, oh, yeah, you know, Halloween wasn't that great for us. And it showed a younger Pietro and Wanda
Yeah.
trick or treating, getting a fish, as Pietro was dressed as Nick Fury.
I thought so too.
I was like, all right, yeah. I like quickly grabbed a picture of that. I was like, all right, that's something I need.
Like, hold on, is he Nick Fury? So who was Wanda?
I don't know who she could have been. I mean, I was thinking maybe Mantis, but that's like a stretch.
Maybe, huh? I don't know, cause did she have like some tentacles? Man, I thought she was like the Black Widow. I don't know. I kept looking at that part like who could she be?
I figured it was just like some creature. I was like, I don't know. I think the takeaway from that moment was Nick Fury.
All right.
And like the Baba Yaga.
Get out of here.
This is for you to share.
There you go. Like, what? We don't want this fish. That's hilarious. But did you notice like Wanda inside this episode when she was like, it was like a couple of things like with Vision when he came downstairs, when she was like, well, no, you supposed to, and he's like, what? I'm supposed to what? Well, you should have told me. Like, he's like, yeah, now I'm going to do this. Like, it was just like a moment that she seemed like she couldn't control this time.
This entire episode has been a struggle, I think, for her to keep this like TV persona of hers going, because she had constant people sort of like, I guess, not only approaching but also just breaking that boundary. You know, not to mention like Vision totally was just like, hey, I'm gonna do some neighborhood watch stuff, and when Wanda met up with the other guy, he was like, hey, where's Viz or whatever, and he was like, he's not working today.
And did you notice, like, I don't know, it was just like some moments in
he
there.
also freaked out.
Yeah. He's like, did you want to change anything? And she like, look, and she looking like, no, like, it's cool.
Anytime someone brings up a change to her, I feel like she like genuinely doesn't understand.
Yeah. So you think somebody else is help controlling this thing? All
right, we can go back. We can go into my little corner of like conspiracy theory. I've been pretty weird about Agnes for a minute now. Right.
Okay.
And I think this episode is supposed to like put people's like assumptions to like rest, or question people. But to me, this is the icing on the cake. She has to be the big bad here. She has to be.
Okay, so you notice the moments where the other people weren't moving at all or saying anything at all with Vision, and then when he got to Agnes, that was like further off than anybody, she was still able to talk.
Yes.
When he got to another person, I remember he was like, hey, are those your kids? And she was like, the person was just standing there. They couldn't even react.
Yeah.
But when he got to Agnes and she was sitting in the car, she was like, still sensed him. Like, I'm looking for this and this. Like the town hall.
Yeah.
I'm looking for town hall. He's like, what are you doing all the way over here? Like, you say you grew up in this town. Like, why are you all the way over here? And that's what tripped me out. Because I'm like, she's the furthest away. He flew to her. He flew up and it flew when he sees his car far away from everybody.
Yeah.
So
the Pietro is saying like, hey, like it's cool that you kind of like let all the kids out and you kind of had everybody sort of like resting in their homes until you had your Halloween special, which that's what this was.
Sure. Yeah.
But it seems like everyone's activated at the need of the show. And the furthest you are away from said show, the less processing power she has for you.
Yeah.
Because people were, kind of like just like the lady hanging up the weird thing.
She was like
crying. Yeah. Like just kind of like steady doing that. And when Vision got further out, people, like you said, stopped.
Yeah.
So why I think she's evil, right? Like you're saying like, oh, she was replying back, in little subtle ways. This could be acting. I don't want to throw like the actor under the bus. She's a fine actor. But she was moving before Vision never approached her. And then subtly responding, like you say, sort of like she's in said like a whatever genjutsu that locked everyone else up. But when Vision like put her back in the simulation, she was fine, which shouldn't be the case, right? She should just lock up where she's at.
Yeah, she turned around and drove away.
She drove off. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave now. Bye. And it's like, no, you should. The math here doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You should just stay there.
Because that
you've now shown all your cards. To me, it's like you've shown your hand now.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't like affect you.
Mm-hmm.
And her little like, oh man, like, you know, you're an inventor, you're gonna help us.
Mm-hmm.
I think was just her way of like sussing out like, how much do you know?
Mm. So you think she was trying to get him to the edge to want to go out the barrier?
I think she was probably looking at the edge, and when she noticed that, because if for whatever reason the sword can track vision, I'm sure she can also.
Well, you remember they were doing research on his body and trying to do stuff to his body.
Yeah.
You know, before Wanda went to go get it. So that's one thing about me. I was just like bringing it like, maybe she drawed him there. Maybe she wanted him to go try to go out the barrier. And that brought up another thing to me. When he went out, when he tried to go outside the barrier,
yes,
it kept pulling him back. So I'm thinking like, maybe he is alive once he go outside the barrier. But maybe he could only get thrown out the barrier if Wanda want him out like she did Monica Rambeau. Because you remember, she tossed Monica Rambeau out in the new clothes. And the new clothes stayed.
Yeah. I think Vision might be a property of this, like, what do they call it? The hexagon, whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he might just be a product of that. And he can't leave based on those properties.
So you don't think if she threw him out, he would be still alive? Because if you seen when he went out of there, he still had the Infinity Stone in his head.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, whoa, he still got the Infinity Stone.
Yeah. But I still think that it's like he's locked in that realm that she's created. And I think anything created there is kind of locked. So her kids are like in the same bucket.
I don't know, man. I have to disagree with that. Just thinking about the clothes aspect. Her even bringing like the Stark Industry plane back out. Like, one person we haven't seen come back out was that beekeeper dude. Yeah. We don't even know what happened to him.
Yeah. There's some villain people were saying he could have been where it's like there's a Marvel villain that's just bees. And people were saying that this is that guy, or essentially like how he's made.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm gonna assume that, you know, he was just rewound back. But the fact that they pulled up the string and it just became the jump rope,
yeah,
kind of makes that a little loose. I don't too much know. Yeah,
because that just based on him, it's just that was just the end of his story. They just wrapped that up like, oh, okay. The one moment when she said no, and then they went back in the house, but we never seen what happened to him.
Yeah.
If she did rewind time, did he go back up? They never mentioned that he came back. You know.
Yeah.
So. That's one thing I was just always thinking about. I'm like,
Sword never said that they're missing that agent.
They haven't. They only was worried about Monica Rambeau. But at the same time, it don't seem like that director was really into anybody else than his, like, whatever he's trying to accomplish during this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like, he even got the people out that had the most information about there. He like, you guys got the most information. You guys get out of here. I don't need you here no more. Escort them off the base. And that was really weird to me. I'm like, why are you escorting them off? Monica single-handedly was in there, got thrown out, talked to Wanda, you know?
It's like a power struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that... I get it.
That was just another scene. And then the way where they handcuffed, was it Dawsey or...
Yeah.
Yeah, they handcuffed her to the car and just left her there. Like, okay, yeah, we just gonna leave you here. And run away.
I mean, you see a wall approaching you. You're gonna book it.
That's crazy. Like, even though like she was trying to help Vision, I think she still should have left. I don't know what's happened to her. Now, like, she could be anywhere now. She could just be one of those standing bystanders that's not doing anything. Or you think she's gonna make her way around?
We saw that everyone in the sword facility was turned into like the circus.
Yeah.
So she could be something like a clown. I don't know.
Yeah. Because, like, their little truck got turned into, like, a food truck and stuff like that. And
the helicopter is turned to a blimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking, I'm like, man, that's a lot of good things, man, that end up happening. So before we get ready to bounce out, we just want to touch on a lot of things that would just happen.
Yeah. I might owe you $100 because it seems like my theory that them letting in all mutants is not going to work. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the mutant from Fox.
So you think it's somebody else? Because how...
I think she just modeled somebody like. Did you see Wonder Woman, the second one.
Yes.
I think it's a lot like that.
Mm.
I think she just grabbed a person and was like, "You're Quicksilver now."
Mm.
It just happened to be the same actor.
See, I don't know. My whole thing is, he was making. I don't think if he's not Quicksilver, he's a whole different person.
Yeah,
you know, because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he knew way too much. Like one thing that caught me when Quicksilver said, he was like, "Oh, you gonna let your demon spawns go away?" And they just ran off and started going trick or treating. They killed her kids.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, cool. Like, all right, I noticed that. And then like when the other moment when he was like, you know, like before she blasted him, you know, we seen her having like a deep conversation with him. You know, he like, "Hey, yo, where's your accent? Hey, where's your accent?"
She was probing him for information because she doesn't trust that who he is who he says he is.
Yeah.
And they were having like a pretty candid conversation. Like, "Hey, I like what you're doing here. Like, this is nice. Like, you know." And
he knew way too much.
He like leaned in and was like, "How are you doing this?"
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "I don't know. I just felt alone." And blah blah blah. I was like, "All right, I guess that's not adding up too much to me."
It's just got to me, is he like Agnes? He knew too much.
Yeah.
He knew way too much. Like, especially about the husband thing. It's like how he's like, your dead husband can't die again. She just got mad. She was like, blast him away.
Yeah.
So like the stuff like that was just like clicked to me in a different way. Like,
I think this is the first time we've seen her make somebody on the spot.
Yeah.
That's why. Because the people she's essentially made, like everyone in the town isn't who they are.
Yeah, for sure. Except for we don't know who Agnes is. We still have no.
Sure, but like what I'm trying to get is like that person who is we see is Quicksilver isn't Quicksilver. That's just someone she grabbed from town to be that person.
Okay.
Because no one in the town is who.
Yeah.
That person is.
One thing that caught me when he said that, he was like, "I know that you need me, so I came here when you called for me."
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, last thing I remember is getting shot. But he was like, that was so, like, he how the way he said that was like, that didn't happen to me. Like, that happened to another version of me.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what made me think, like, this might actually be Quicksilver. Because the
Quicksilver from the MCU.
Yeah. No, from the Fox. Because he said,
he was never shot.
Yeah, I know. And that's what he said. Like, he started remembering these memories. Like, I think he's seen this, and that's why he's pulling out all these things. So it might be a way to bring him in. Like, he knows more. It's just he can't remember the stuff. He's like bringing out little hints and stuff. Like, "Hey, yo, like,
no,
you don't think so?
That way, no.
Yeah, just I don't know.
I think the people she made would have better memories if they weren't just you're a neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even that black guy keeps changing.
Yeah.
Like, his, like, demeanor and, like what he's about. So I'm like, all right, like, no one here is really, like, playing with a full deck of cards here. But she was the first, like Vision, she made. I'm assessing.
Okay, yeah.
And now we have Quicksilver.
All right.
And they're both flawed.
This is my whole thing about that. I don't think she's able to control Quicksilver. I don't think she made Quicksilver. Like how she wasn't able to control the kids, she didn't make them kids. That goose, she didn't make that goose.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to control those things. She didn't make them. So her power
she can control things she didn't create. But there's definitely something off about her powers. I'll say that.
All right, look, I'm just saying, like, bring back the kid point. She was trying to make them stop crying.
Yes.
I mean, controlling their emotions.
Yeah.
Which she wasn't able to do. When they go back to that goose, she was trying to control a goose to make it not exist no more.
Yeah.
Which she wasn't able to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys are talking to her in ways that the other people are not talking to her. Like, Vision is starting to grow more into Vision now. The Vision that we know. Because he's starting to he's putting things together like how he would usually do.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, she's not able to control Vision. That's why with that moment where I think it was episode 5 where she was like, he's like, "You can't control me." And she's like, "Can I?" And he looked at her like, "What?" Like, that moment right there was like, hold on. Because he's starting to think by himself now. He's starting to totally just read everything.
He's off the script.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just see a lot more coming. Before we leave, though, what did you think about the commercial?
Yeah, it seemed very weird. I saw people say that all the other commercials were like the Infinity Stone, like a novelty to it, like some kind of like hint towards an Infinity Stone. I can't think of any stone like that.
I couldn't think of nothing either.
Maybe the Soul Stone, but I would imagine they're gonna save that for last.
I don't know. I kind of felt like this was hitting on death.
Yeah, but this is the first time where that woman actress wasn't in it, which people also were thinking that that's like her mom.
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just really crazy. And the thing was called what? Your Magic or something like that? Your Magic Yogurt or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of things to touch on, man.
You Magic?
Yeah.
Or Your Magic? Yeah.
Yeah, one of those, man. I was just like...
It was definitely more creepy. A lot of people were saying it reminded them of like the Saturday morning cartoon shows. Like the commercials that would air at that point.
Yeah. Like the Go-Gurt commercials for sure. Like stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that. That's what I was like, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot of stuff to touch on, man. And, you know,
what's the name of that movie? Of the poet? Not Tom Sawyer.
What? I don't know.
It's a claymation.
Only claymation movie I know is what, Kubo on the Two Strings?
No, it's like an old claymation.
Oh, okay. Because that's a claymation, right? Yeah. That's the only claymation I know, guys. I don't know. But...
It's the one that involved the devil.
Never seen that one. But, I don't know.
Mark Twain. Sorry I forgot your name, Mark Twain. But, yeah, it took me back to that. And I was watching it, I was like, oh, man, this is like the Mark Twain movie.
What Mark Twain?
Where it was like, yeah, everything was cool. It was like a little weird, but you're like, all right, that was cool. Who's that guy? I'll go on a ship, and then you know you get further, and you're like, wow, I am scarred for life now.
Don't know what that is, man. I don't know what that one
Watch
is.
the Mark Twain animation.
I don't know what that is, man.
Creepy, but so, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You know.
Before we leave, who do you think Monica Rambeau was contacting?
Her engineer friend. I think, you know, my real answer would be a scroll, but my fun answer would be somebody, I don't know, like, what's that guy's name? Forge?
From the X-Men?
Yeah, somebody, I don't know.
Whoa, damn, we got Forge from the X-Men?
Hank, right?
Hank.
I want to throw somebody fun in there.
Okay, Hank could be cool. I can see how Hank could probably be able to. See, mine should probably be Bruce Banner. I feel like he dealt with a lot inside the radiation, and you know now he know a little bit more about space. You know, I think he'd be a solid good pick. Like you said, the Skrull be a good pick. You know, I heard you like you said a lot of people did pick Reed Richards. He'll be a good one to probably introduce him and give him a little cameo here. You know, I don't know, man. I just hope it's only good.
Could be Victor. That'd be very interesting.
Von Doom?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be a good way to pick Victor Von Doom inside here.
Yeah.
Man.
And people say that the sword, sort of like colors for like the uniforms are like a blue and white, which you know are the classic.
Oh, okay. For his Liberia.
No, well, it'd be the Fantastic Four's primary colors.
All right.
That they would have worn in space.
Oh, for sure.
So that's why a lot of people are saying that. And that they're sort of the team that they do have in space.
Okay.
That's where many of the, you know, the things are popping off from. But yeah, I'm thinking it might be a mutant. It would make more sense to me if it's a mutant. Logically, though, it's a Skrull.
Hope it's not a Skrull, man. Well, guys, that was our review, and we're gonna be officially out of here. We waiting on episode 7, just like y'all. We will be back next week with a brand new review for episode 7. Oh, hold on.
I'm also told that there's 3 more episodes after this.
Okay.
And every episode's going to be an hour.
Oh, for real?
I haven't looked into that yet, but I feel confident at the source that I have. So that's something, to look forward to.
Every episode an hour? Bro, I'm down for that, man.
3 more, and they're each an hour.
Ready for it. So what does that mean? It's only going to be 9 episodes then a season?
Yep.
Oh, shit, man. I hope Falcon and Winter Soldier is an hour, man. That just seems like it's going to be action-packed, bro.
It might follow this, but who knows? Yeah. I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, this is our review. We wrapping it up, and we out, baby. Boom.
Peace.